Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Natter Negosyo. Natter Negosyo is a brief conversation on business. Today I have with me Miss Tatah Dela Calzada of
Yes.
Clothier.
Hi, Georgie. Thanks
Hello,
for having
madam.
me. Call me Tata.
Okay, today we're going to talk about how you started your business and why you went into dressmaking.
Okay, so I started 6 years ago after my redundancy with Johnson and Johnson. I was with J&J for quite some time and in the corporate before coming up with this business. And why dressmaking? Because I've always been fond of dressing up, especially at the time when I was assigned in Manila, wherein we, as Bisaya, di ba, we need to step up and really prove to nata aning mindset nga kinahanglan di ta mukhang daog-daog, di ba? But I can't like really buy all the designer clothes because it was quite expensive. So I got creative. I go to I do bargain shopping, and then whatever I get that doesn't fit me, if it's tight, I cut the front, make it into an overcoat, or remove the sleeves, and then sometimes if it's loose, then I just alter it to make it smaller. So that's where the passion started. But I never really thought that that would have been my direction after
And your business?
and my business. Yes, I didn't know that I'd end up like that. But so that's how it started. And then
That was 5 years ago? Or
6 years ago. So immediately after my retirement. And then supposedly it was
you had an previous experience on this, or
no
lessons,
no
or
my
training on
I
dressmaking?
graduated HRM, so hotel and restaurant management, and then my entire 25 years in the corporate world, I've been in sales and marketing department. So no background
previous
at all.
experience.
Yeah, but as a child, like high school, I've actually been selling curtains and quilted bags and blankets, which I make myself. So after learning from our practical arts, whatever I've learned from there, I decided to make a business out of it.
How did you meet DTI and Kapatid Mentor
Yeah,
Me?
I met DTI from it was the Go Negosyo and the Kapatid Mentor Me program.
That was already 2 years into the business, or 3
I
years?
was already 2 years in the business. Yeah, it was introduced by Miss Melanie Nang. She was then the president of Cebu Chamber of Commerce. She's a valued customer, a very suki good of ate, and she's been telling me cause sayang kay, cause she's seeing the potential daw nga. Okay man business, but she sees that there's a lot of opportunity. So like she saw na I'm like a one-man team, so I'm doing everything by myself, and yet there's a lot of demand. So she really encouraged me to join the program.
You were in the first batch, I suppose.
Yes, first batch, which I was so glad. It was actually my best decision ever, because before Kapatid Mentor Me during Kapatid Mentor Me program, I only had one branch because I didn't know how to expand. Because what Melanie said, I was doing everything by myself. Diba? How can I
But
expand?
you had difficulties then on how to manage the business?
Yes, definitely. Because tinamban ra gyud tanan. It was like inato ra gyud. Everything was inato. No systems, no recordings. I don't have forms. I don't have labels. I don't even have price tags. I don't even have a logo or a signage. You know, those things that supposedly really matters, mga small things ba. So, and I didn't even want to join katong sa Kapatid Mentor Me because it meant I'll be away a whole day. Diba? O kanang every Friday. So, and
That's
since I'm
for
doing
3
everything,
months.
yeah, and since I'm doing everything by myself, that would mean there won't be anybody to man the store. But I took that sacrifice lang yun. Bahala na ba? I made sure I made the announcement. So we lost some sales, but during those days, but it was all worth it. Super worth it. So, what's nice about the Kapatid Mentor Me was that they really it gave me the business acumen. So, I'm
In
blessed.
terms of?
I'm blessed. I have a good concept. I mean, I think it's good because it's really working, and the demand was greater than my capacity.
What makes your store different
I
from
guess
the rest?
it's because of the concept. Because like I've said, I've always been my life, all my working life, corporate life, I've always been in sales and marketing, and particularly I'm very interested with shopper marketing. It's knowing how the shopper shops, insighting, knowing their wants and needs. And I always put myself in the position of a shopper. Like, especially I shop a lot of, diba, of clothes. So, it's like I always get this dilemma nga, hala, I like this, pero nice ang fit sa top, pero ang bottom, medyo loose. Or I like this, but I hope I don't look good in pink, so I hope they have this in black. Things like those. So it's like that's where the insighting came ba nga murag, what if there's a shop or a store that wherein whatever you like unta na mga the small things na lang that needs to be adjusted or
yes.
modified, you can do it on the spot while you wait. So murabag, diba? Why not? Diba? So muna.
For our listeners, ate means alter to enhance.
Yeah, but alter to enhance came during Kapatid Mentor Me program already. It used to be just mura sari-sari store ba?
What was the original name?
AJ, Tatah, Edgar. So our initials. So AJ is my son, and then Tatah me,
You?
and then my
Edgar?
husband Edgar. But of course, I like the name itself, ate, because it means big sister. So you can rely on me. If you have, I'm your problem solver or something. But the ATE, I think it's already divine intervention that it has to be altered to enhance, because we don't alter to fit.
Yeah.
That would have been ATF,
Yes.
no? We don't alter to fit because not all that fits you suits you.
Right.
So the key is enhance good, because sometimes whether it's loose, it could be cute on you, or you could look thinner actually, or
You
you
thought
could
of
look
that name?
taller.
Or somebody else?
Me, I did. Yeah, so
That's on the second day, third day of
the
Kapatid
mentoring
Mentor Me?
something, I don't know which, second day. During the second day, so Arcelia kept on telling us, you should keep your name, use your name. You got that name for a reason. So it's fate that your name is such, diba? So I was saying, yeah, and I should keep that name because people, if they're wearing whatever they're wearing, they keep on saying, "Oy, Tatah na no, oy, I'm wearing Tatah." So it's Tatah is not really sa ATE Clothier, diba? Unless I have to spell it out, which is sorry store. We don't want that. So I mean, in terms of positioning, so that's why I decided to make it Ate by Tatah, and then Ate now stands for Alter to Enhance.
By Tatah.
Yeah, I have to put the by Tatah because according to Arcelia,
your mentor.
our mentor, you have to use your name. You have to use your name. So,
Why? What's the purpose for doing that?
You know what? I didn't really remember, but I just took notes lang of the important thing, more on to do. Keep your name. Just something like that, or there's a reason why you were given that name, so something, and
or
then
something they can relate to.
Yeah, they can. The fact that so he was asking me, so how are you branded already, or are you even branded already? So like I said,
Because Ate by Tatah is already a brand.
After KMME, the brand was more on Tatah. I'm wearing Tatah.
Right
or
now.
I'm wearing Ate. So I said, I have to keep both. That's why it's Ate by Tatah. Because of the mentoring. And then, the week, the session after the marketing about signage and stuff, so I contacted Diane artists to come up with to write our names, and then to have a logo. So with the logo, we can already have our mga packs and tags, price tags and stuff. So I was a very diligent student. Every after session, I practice everything. So when the session was about who's the mentor? It was about organizing or basta something about arranging, organizing. I forgot the exact. Anyway, so immediately after that, I ordered, as in ordered yun dayon from the printing press ha, with control numbers, with serial numbers, ang kanang mga order slip. Because otherwise, everything were just written in any notebook that I can see. Sometimes paper, ano bitaw, and then no priority number, which order came first. So we have a control, katong the triplicate copies. And before that, I started hiring people dayon. Like I didn't even know yet what I was looking for. But during the the second or third session, pag ingon, you need to hire people, you need to duplicate yourself, come up with ana-ana, job description. So I just posted hiring.
For what
Bahala na.
for what particular job?
Whatever. Basta mga, I was looking
So
for...
how did you hire
I was
people?
looking for fashion design graduates.
Fresh fashion design
Yeah.
graduates.
And even fashion designers that are starting up, who wants to use my facilities and whatever to see their creation come to life. So use us, come, use my market. Go ahead, design. I have the cutting table, I have the fabrics, come up with the design.
So how did it go after you hired this fresh faces?
I also got lucky that Dino Loren is also one of my closest friends, and his close friends are my clients, and he's a faculty of USC Fashion Design and recommended his students to me. God's ways. Everything fell into place. And I can't explain how we met.
So you accept internship like?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, daghan kay sila, nagbaha diri.
Really?
14 kabuok. I didn't mind. So moto, that's how, and then because of the kapatid.
That's how you discovered new talents.
And also, it was about time because I've been designing on my own for 3 years. Yung murag abto naman tingali point nga mapulaan na niyang customers nga balik-balik na ako.
More gyapon design.
I mean, your genre manggod, diba? Or imong style. You can't just shift from one genre to another, diba? You always have that.
So you need fresh graduates,
yes,
fashion graduates, yes, with a different perspective.
Different perspectives, and then different na specific target markets in terms of age, siguro, diba? Nanigawang naman.
So what other benefits did you get from joining the Kapatid Mentor micro-enterprise?
The HR session was very helpful, and also the taxation and legal matters, because that's when I started, diba? I started having forms. So my order slips have disclaimers, and then with regard to HR, we came up with company policy, which we had everybody sign. We have contracts. We made job descriptions for every and then evaluation forms, so that klaro between the employer and the employee, how they will.
So you never had that before?
No.
Oh.
I'm telling you, I'm a very diligent student. I don't think all the other graduates really did that kind of by the book. Ako hala, notes yun. And then the following day, ako na yung, I try to implement what I can implement right away. Because otherwise, I'll lose it. Diba? And then, ang polishing, after na lang. Basta obey first before you complain. I just try to do everything. I did everything lang.
What do you think
Even
was...
sa taxation, you know what?
Really? Yeah, that's very important.
I was already beyond sa ceiling sa non-VAT. So, my registration was still under non-VAT, but beyond na di ay akong sales. So, na mentor ko ni Tita Kaluya that I have to address it right away, because otherwise, audit will catch up with me. But I mean, if dili mo gani ko mo-audit now, but sooner or later, di ba, I think we'll find
You're going to have a problem.
Yeah, with BIR. So mo to, ni volunteer me to present it, and then I got a penalty of almost 400,000 something, which na lower na mo to 300, but very painful
Lesson.
But you know, it felt really good after paying, and you know, knowing I can sleep at night and I have nothing else to worry.
You know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, it really felt good. So motto, ana, and we joined the barangay micro business. Yeah, and then cause it was based on assets man di ay, so I was advised that I actually qualify. I qualified for it, so motto a lot. And you know, I've been promoting I've been promoting the program even to my clients, to the students of my clients, to whoever. So
I heard that you're already a mentor right now.
Yes. How can I not be? I'm so passionate about it. I mean,
What do you
anybody-
teach, by the way, when you mentor?
Marketing and entrepreneurial mindset.
What is the first thing that you emphasize when it comes to marketing?
When it comes to marketing, I always tell them not to be too excited to market right away, especially with the accessibility now. You don't spend a lot, diba, to post, to promote in social media. But I keep on telling them that the back end or your product will have to be 100% tested and proven, and your capacity. Because like the usual mistakes that I see is, I see a baker, a very good baker. She makes very good cakes, but her cakes is at its best if you eat it within the 3
So,
hours or
there's a
something.
shelf life.
So when the baker started promoting, from the usual 10 round I order, it becomes like 1,000, 100, 200. Diba? How much can your oven cook in an hour?
Yes.
So, diba, that's what I keep on telling them. So, you have to consider everything, your equipments, your capacity, and even yourself. Can you cook like for a straight 72 hours, diba? Without helpers, ana-ana. So, that's what I keep on telling them. So, do not be too excited to promote your product.
And sacrifice quality.
Yes. Try to market sa niche, get whatever it needs to be perfected, and then check your time and motion, your everything.
Is niche really that important?
Yes.
Why?
Because there are already, you know, like a chocolate cake is a chocolate cake. And a good chocolate cake, even the kan kay mo, even clothes. Diba? So you have to have something that makes you different. So in our case, our clothes, gani, it's not really different if you see it as it is. It's the shopping experience and the service that we offer, that we alter on the spot, and it's something.
Not
you
many
know,
dress shops do that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
And they
think
can
so.
even alter, but it's not really not altered by fashion designers and stylists. So everybody here that you see, we don't have sales ladies. They're all professional fashion designers and stylists. So they know what they're doing, and they can already alter and they can recommend. And you know, you step out of here, no, having that ownership na naakay say sa imong giwear, and naagya po a bit of customization, wherein teamwork ninyo gibuhat.
Between client and fashion
and the
designer.
designer.
Yes. So how did you manage to expand your business finally?
Yeah, because I hired people.
Is that the only
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
why you?
When I started hiring people, and the change of mindset, entrepreneurial mindset.
What specific change was that?
especially being around mga Chinese, di ba? Ang ila dyan isulti, ano, ayaw cute, pataka, og hard. Kopyaon na imong concept, i-pirate na sila, which really happened sa past. Daghan na kayo na-pirate sa mga tao.
Mga fashion designers, gi-pirate?
No, fashion designers, sewers, cutters.
Okay. Mom na in demand.
What man sila yung ma-pirate, so I was the one doing the design man. So all the more if I come up daw, di ba?
Yes.
And then I'll teach them everything, ana. So pato ko but with the mentor me program, it changed my mindset. So it was like
so okay lang nimo nga i-pirate?
Yes. Okay ra na.
Because you can always
I will be a stepping stone. I will be their an inspiration.
You're not afraid of competition?
Not anymore. Not anymore. I used to be. I'm not anymore afraid of competition.
That your competition is going to get the cutters and the sewers.
The mindset is God has plenty of graces, abundance. It's that abundance. And they can copy everything, they can pirate everything, but they can never copy me. Like me mismo, like myself. So I have a lot of dekalidad na mga designers, but somehow every day they get to learn and I get to teach them something and I still get to learn something from them. So, so I realized that it's evolving. I mean, nothing can be like as soon as nakopya na ka niya, like the following day nga nakopya ka niya, na say something will come up. Diba? So, ana na siya. And then as long as you have the best intentions, you will never fall. Makuhaan tingali, but lahi ra gyud. And also with regards to hiring people, wala gito, so I was happy already. I said, I'm already happy with my 5,000 pesos. Murag anak ako. But then again, if I take away, hulbutan ako gamay 1,000 akong ginansya and give it to somebody, hire ko o tao, who knows nga kato akong 1,000 na gipuhunan niya could turn out to be another 5,000. So that will give me 9,000 pesos, di ba? But what if di siya mo-perform? Bati, or wala. So I'm left with 4,000. I'll take that and every day gihapon murag kada ko gihapon ng 4,000 versus my income as a sales, di ba, sa corporate. And at the same time, that's 1,000 pesos food and income to a family. And to, activities to the entire community.
Murasag na, dang social corporate responsibility.
Yeah. So, mura ba, but what if, sige be, barag kaya pa man ako 3,000 ra or 2,000, so I'll hire 3 more. Diba? And which could translate to 15,000 plus naapa ko 2 na billion. So, 17,000, not bad, di ba? So, luckily, kato nga formula niya. So, exponential yun ang effect. Ripple. And then, I was able to open up branches. And then,
asa man dapit inyong mga branch?
we
Aside
are
from
in Axis, and in Escario, and then Robinson's Galleria, and in Manila.
Are you plan to expand?
Yeah, definitely.
In other places?
Manila, because we are only in the north, we need to be in the south, and then
South
also,
as in Mindanao? Or?
No, south of Manila area.
South of Manila,
yeah,
okay.
Metro Manila. And then in Mindanao, siguro Davao or Cagayan area, and then Iloilo.
Who's going to look after mga branches? Have you assigned people to?
I've asked because I've always offered my fashion designers that, you can always move out, open your own, but it would be better if you open your own that will be partners.
You would rather have a partner
so
than a competitor.
Remember, bear in mind that part of your career path, consider na ang end would be a partner.
So right now, sa uban nimong mga branches,
Wala pa kayo partners.
wala pa kayo mga partners?
Yeah. Oh no, Manila, my sisters.
Okay. So it's more within the family pa.
Yeah, within the family.
So plano nimo nga makig-partner sa one of the fashion designers?
Yeah, definitely. with them. So I also want them to be
Were they
entrepreneurs.
receptive to the idea?
Yes, of course. I want them to be future entrepreneurs themselves because I've tried none. Yeah, so...
Plano nimo ikuan sila, i-enroll sila sa kapatid mentor me.
No, not yet. I don't know. Ang amuang ano, but it's a happy problem, no? God's grace, good. We just keep on growing. So, the more, di ba, also, mentor me also taught me nga, kinahanglan mag-over-employ. You'd rather have excess of sa plantilla than kuwang. Because somehow na I'm absent, and ano, so ako, I just hire, and then the more I hire, the more we grow. The more the demand grows. So we're like, oh, kuwang lang di ako. So we still cannot expect. We haven't even entered the online shopping yet.
You
So,
plan
of
to enter?
Of course, how can I not? Di ba? Everybody's there. So, muna, but we still lack people. So, we're still hiring. Perpetual na din. So, someday, so siguro in God's time. So, I'm taking it as a sign lang yun. Prayers na lang ba? If, when is the right time? Ano, because like every time I open a branch, it's like I'm overstaffed by 4. Na ako extra 4 or 5. Okay, it's time to open a branch. Murag ana na bitaw. And then it worked.
What's your marketing platform? Or mo ginagamit gid nimong platform? Is it
Right
trade
now,
fairs?
No. It's really on site because it's the shopping experience. I don't.
Word of mouth.
Yes, word of mouth, and then it's really more on the shopping experience. I want people to feel that. And I've also thought of pop-up stores. Should I have pop-up stores? I will always have my sewing machines with me and the cutting table. So we cannot pick
Pop-up stores. How do you do that?
Pop-up is like, when you see kanang sa mga SM, Ayala, they have sa center lang nila. Suddenly na ay mga makeshift lang na fitting room, di ba? Mga anak. So, I'm thinking of that because that's one way of testing the market. But it would still be not just my product, but the service would be there as well.
Would that be the same as murag a dress shop within a van? Moving van?
Not
Or?
necessarily because we don't tailor fit. Like we don't kuhaog ka ng sukod, measurement. So everything is still RTW, but so kung sa STK pa, pre-cook, di ba, half-cook, and then you decide na lang kung igisa ba, or sa buwan, i-adobo, something. So if you notice, we don't have mannequins, so they are loose-fitted, ill-fitted pagani ang uban, box type, and then we do the shaping when you fit it.
So in closing,
Yeah.
what do you advise mga first-time entrepreneurs or those who want to go into business?
Yeah, don't romanticize your product or concept.
Because it seems that you have it so easy. You add the way you...
Really?
Yes.
Lots of prayers.
Yes. To us who
Yeah.
are looking at you, it seems like you had an easy path. Is that...
No, it wasn't really that easy. It's just that I always talk about the positive side of it. Diba? So, because I want to encourage people also to do the same.
So don't
they will
romanticize business.
Don't romanticize it. You know, like you will always feel excited that this is good and always double check the market, and then ask people that will not also romanticize you. You know, don't be sensitive on constructive criticisms, which I've got a lot. It's not just, it's really criticisms gani good. So, ang kanang feedback, because it will really help you. And again, startups, join Mentor Me, the Kapatid Mentor Me program. It's not just about the sessions, which is okay na gani, because if you enroll in AIM, that would have cost you $1 million or $500,000 at least in other schools. So it's like a free MBA, but it's more on the network. network and you know
You get this-
socialize. You get to hear the experiences of other entrepreneurs, other startups, and even the mentors. When I joined the mentor,
By the way, the mentors are those who are already into business.
yes,
Yes.
they are practitioners. So they're not just teachers.
Yes.
So they're
That's
sharing
different
with you.
from being just within the
That's
school.
difference. That's the difference.
Yes.
Because they don't only teach you unsay correct, they also impart with you what they did wrong. And you know, and when they say we did this mistake, they're not even mistakes like 10 years ago. Some are like mistakes a couple of months ago, and I'm still here. I bounced back. This is what I did. You know, so it keeps you grounded. It's different. That's why until now I still join, and I even spend my own money in going to Manila if they invite me for mentoring or to Bohol, ana because I feel it as my my responsibility to pay back. Cause
Your advocacy,
grabe kaayo good ang exponential
growth
growth
of the business.
after joining the Kapatid Mentoring. It really helped me a lot.
So, Madam Tatah, thank you for being in this program. And to all our listeners, thank you for listening in. Follow us on Facebook at DTI Central Visayas and on YouTube and Blogger at Natter Negosyo.
Natter negosyo.